After over 15 years in the music industry, David Usher is at a point where he's attempting to re-visualize his music. Hi, my name is Stephanie and welcome to WatchMojo.com. Today we're speaking to David Usher about his musical evolution as well as the socio-political issues that affect his writing.
Sleep, dear. The world has gone quiet.
So I'd like to first talk about Wake Up and Say Goodbye, which is your latest album. I was wondering if you could speak a bit about the themes behind it.
It's funny, when I make a record, it pretty much goes out of my head as soon as I'm finished putting it out because I'm working on other songs in the new one. But if I think back, a lot of it has to do with the changes in my life that were happening at the time, moving from New York to Montreal and recentering myself in a place after the craziness of New York, sort of finding this incredible creative hub in Montreal that sort of revitalizes, or at least it revitalized me and really made me want to write again.
Baby, don't be late. World is ending, I can't change the way I feel about you now. New York is cold as ever.
You have 6 solo records and you have 3 records with Moist, and you've been in the music business for over 15 years. As a musician, how have you progressed right now?
With music, I don't think you ever are anywhere. You're on a journey of continuing to make things. And I love making music, so I'm always thinking about the next record I'm going to make and where the song's going to be and how I'm going to navigate the instruments and the songs and the process. If you look back at the records you've made, sometimes it's fun to do, but I'm usually thinking about the next thing. Well,
speaking about the next thing, you actually are working on an acoustic record. So what is the process like? And as well, do you plan on having any new songs on this record?
There will definitely be some new songs. It's a process that's very different because usually the writing process takes up most of the time. I thought I was kind of going to go into it and, I'd do acoustic versions I'd be very happy with, but to actually take songs that you know so well, and they really have to be revisualized in a new way that works to be different in order for them to work for me or anybody else, I think.
I know that you have a background in political science, and you've also professed to be a humanist. So I was just wondering, how do such socio-political issues affect what you write about?
I think, most thinking people are sort of citizens of the world. You can't help but be influenced by all the things going on in the world and have that filter into your writing. Everyone is getting tuned in, I think, to the idea that each human has to put in, little bits here and there, and hopefully, that'll add up to something.
You also seem pretty close to your Thai culture, and so I know that you sang songs in Thai. You even went to the northern Thai border to visit a Burmese refugee community. So I was wondering, how has that affected your music?
I think that every experience you have, that was a big experience going to the refugee camps. I've been to Thailand many times, but I never experienced it quite like that. Every experience you have has impact on what you write and what you're writing about. It filters into your music and it filters into your, into your persona and your personality and all the things that you make. So yeah, it had a big impact. I can't quantify it, but there's definitely an impact for sure.
So I know that lately there's been a lot of bands, from the past who've basically reunited, and so I think you know where this question might be going.
Well, I never rule anything out because you never know, and it's on tape and it's out in the world, but not right now.
At the moment, no. Okay. And just for the record, I was just going to ask if Moist was ever going to come back together. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you very much.